guys, welcome back to my channel. So for me, it's kind of the morning right now. It's not actually the morning, but I slept in. It's 12:31 right now. So I'm still drinking my coffee and stuff, but I have my hair back. I'm ready to go. So today we're doing our very first Wear Test Wednesday. I'm super excited. Today I'm testing out the MERCIER Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Foundation with the MERCIER. This is just like the basic primer. So if you want to see how these two products wear throughout the day, then just keep on watching. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply the primer on just one side of my face and then the foundation all over so that we can see how much the primer actually makes a difference and if it actually helps with the longevity of the product and even with like smoothing and stuff like that, just so that we can really see it side by side how it works together. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that on my fingers. Now I have kind of touched and used this primer before, so I'm not really going to have like a first impressions of, although I've never actually worn it, so it does feel moisturizing. I do know that these primers, I think I took a little bit too much. I'm going to wipe whatever's on my hand and just kind of blend in what's in my face already. Gosh, it feels so nice. It does feel very nice and hydrating and very refreshing. Like, my skin feels like cooling almost. So now I'm going to go ahead and pump this on the back of my hand here. I honestly don't even know if this is the right shade for me. I'm assuming it'll be pretty close. This is the shade 1 and 2 Vanilla. Okay, I'm just going to take my foundation brush. I'm using the Sephora Multitasker Face Brush. Looks like it might be a little, oh no. I was going to say it looks like it might be a little bit yellow. Oh my gosh, that coverage. What? Oh, I really like this match. I think this is my favorite match in my foundations that I've ever had. Is that weird to say? To have a favorite match? Is that weird? So it's a lot more coverage than I was expecting it to. I don't know why. I guess I'm used to the Candle Glow foundation. Not that that one doesn't have good coverage, but it's not really supposed to be like a full coverage foundation. It's just kind of, wow, it looks so nice. I don't know if it looks, I mean, we're gonna find out, but I don't know. I really don't know if it looks this nice just because of the primer that's on this side, but it just looks so smooth. And do keep in mind that I did do my skincare routine right before I started the video, so I already had my face nice and hydrated and cleansed, like everything was clean and hydrated the way that it should be before you're putting on your makeup. So keep that in mind as well. I love coffee. Yeah, I think I definitely pumped too much on the back of my hand because this foundation is going a long way. Right off the bat on the unprimed side, I think I'm getting a little bit more coverage with the primed side. Yeah, definitely am getting more coverage on this side. And my pores definitely, because I have pores like in here, my pores definitely look, they're not completely gone on this side, but they definitely look a lot smoother, like they're way less noticeable. And I just feel like overall it just looks smoother on this side, so that I feel like that primer is actually making a difference. Like, there are a lot of primers that I've used that I feel like are just kind of there, like they don't really do much, and this one I feel, that's honestly what I thought it was going to be like with this primer. Yeah, I definitely feel like this side got more coverage. I feel like on this side, like just places where I get a lot of redness, like around my nose right here and my cheeks, like it's just kind of like it's a little bit harder to layer on there without the primer. I just feel like it blended out really nicely and evenly and smoothly on this side, and on this side I had to kind of work it just a little bit more. Like nothing that would be really noticeable if I hadn't put a primer on this side and was looking at it side by side. But even then, I mean, I'm going to wear this throughout the day and I guarantee you nobody's going to notice that I have a primer on this side and, you know, no primer on the other side. That's how minimal the difference is, but I think I'll definitely be, whenever I wear this in the future, because I mean, as of right now, I already plan to, I definitely will be using it with the primer. Wow, it's just such a satisfying thing to have something that matches you so perfectly. Why is that such a satisfying thing? It just makes me feel good and confident. I don't know why. I feel like, yes, like this is me. This is my skin tone. I do kind of feel like I put too much foundation on though, because I pumped too much on the back of my hand, so I'm probably gonna get some separation around here per usual. But yeah, so far so good. Like, so far really good. Definitely, again, smoother on this side. I can see a lot more of like my skin texture, and because I have a lot of texture in here and pores and stuff like that, and also on my cheekbones I have texture. Oh, one thing I'm noticing right off the bat too, I have terrible lines in my forehead because I'm old, but I definitely notice it's creasing on both sides, like where the primer is and where the primer is not, but I notice a little less creasing on this side than on this side. But I don't really expect anything to help with that. That's just what it is, honestly. Okay, I'm gonna apply my concealer on top of this. I'm using the Kat Von D Lock-It concealer. Yeah. Like, what is this called? I like to blend my concealer out with a brush, so I'm just gonna use that same brush. Everything blended out like normal with this concealer on top of the foundation, but the same thing, I'm noticing a little bit more texture on this side than I am on this side, so again, it's probably due to the primer. But yeah, that's pretty much that. I'm going to go ahead and set my whole face using the Laura Mercier Loose Translucent Setting Powder. It does feel like it's drying down the foundation pretty well on its own, but I think I am gonna dust a little bit of powder everywhere, just to set it completely. But it feels like for the most part it's dried down on its own. Like, you wouldn't absolutely have to, especially if you have like normal to dry skin like I do. You probably wouldn't absolutely have to if you hate wearing powder on your face. By the way, yes, my cat ears does say grad on it. I did graduate recently, so that's why I bought it. I absolutely love the way that my skin looks right now. Just overall, I feel, you know, it says that it's flawless, and I feel flawless. I really want to set it with a setting spray, but I want to see how the foundation wears on its own before I do that. I'm trying not to put too many factors into this video, like a primer and then a setting spray and then like all that stuff. Like, I just want to see how the foundation wears on its own by itself, and then, you know, of course things like primers and setting sprays, like that's only going to help with longevity. So for this video I want to keep it as simple as possible. So this is how the foundation is looking up and close. This is the unprimed side and the primed side. Just to show you guys, I do feel like everything looks like a little bit more filtered on this side, and it'll just ever so slightly smoother. Am I in focus? Okay, I can't tell. And just ever so slightly smoother. And then this side also looks beautiful, also looks flawless. I just feel that I see just a tad, like I'm already noticing a little bit of creasing right here, which I'm not getting on this side. But it's very, very minimal. Again, nothing to worry about or cry about. But yeah, overall, this foundation is looking really, really nice. The only thing is that we just need to see how it's going to wear throughout the day. So I'm going to switch over to my vlogging camera. It's just like a little camcorder. It is HD, so that shouldn't be anything to worry about. It's just a little bit smaller, more compact, easier for me to carry around throughout the day. So I'm really excited to see how this wears. I really, really love it. I have high hopes for it right now. Okay, it is 1:14 right now. Yes, that is Alien and cats on my background. But yeah, it's 1:14 right now. I work at 2, so I'm leaving straight from here to go to work right now. I'll be there for 4 hours, and then after that I'm going to get dinner and a movie with a friend. So this is really gonna have a real wear test. It's gonna be like a normal day for me, you know, going to work, and then I'm going out with one of my friends tonight, and so it'll be nice to see how, you know, like I'll be eating and of course, working and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated as much as possible, and then I'll come back, you know, I'll kind of update you guys in between, like after I get off work tonight in a few hours, and then whenever I get home tonight, I'll do like an end of the day overall thoughts kind of review. So let's go.
What, cutie? What do you gotta say? What? Oh, you're so cute.
Okay guys, I'm gonna ask my husband what he thinks of my foundation. I don't know how to do this. I'm not very good at this. Say hi, husband.
Hi.
What do you think of my foundation?
Cute.
Does it look better than normal?
Yeah.
Do you notice anything?
No.
Alright, well, I'm off to work. We're gonna see how this foundation lasts. Say night-night.
Going to work.
This is probably not the most flattering angle for me, but I'm gonna be with you, so take my time. Are you ready for it? We're on the ground like I'm no roots. I've got no roots. Okay, so I've just been jamming out to my music, you know, driving to work. It is 1:45 right now, so I really need to get in there. But I just wanted to take off my sunglasses and see if there is any sunglasses marks or anything like that. My mascara is smudging a little bit, but that's, you know, kind of per usual. There is a little bit, way less on this side, I feel, where the primer is, but a little bit more on this side. That's kind of cool that the primer kind of kept it from smudging there. So yeah, this is the primed side. This is the unprimed side. Still pretty happy with it so far. I'm really, really liking it. Alright, well, I'm gonna go into work. What's up, guys? I just got off work. I thought I'd do a quick little check-in. The foundation is holding up pretty dang well, in my opinion. I'm going to zoom you in a little bit. Really get that HD going on. Okay. You're just going to see everything here. Okay. On the primer side, so this is a little bit interesting, but on the primer side, I am noticing a little bit more separation than I am on the non-primed side. So even though I'm seeing a little bit more texture on this side, I'm noticing a little bit more separation on this side, like right here where my pores are, and a little bit, ooh, I'm going to see if I can kind of, a little bit around the nose, just like, oh, sorry if my screen is backwards, but yeah, and as you can see, like not as much right here. So I don't know. However, when it comes to like my mouth area, I am noticing more separation on the unprimed side. You can see it's kind of cracking, and less separation on the primed side. So there's still a little bit of separation, but not as much in my opinion. I am definitely noticing that may have worn off more around my nose, but it still looks really good. Like it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad by any means. So yeah, that is that. So I just got off work. I'm about to go meet my friend at the movie theater. We're going to this new place right by my work called the Movie House and Eatery, where we'll get to dine in. We're gonna see the movie Mother. So I'm really excited. I haven't tried this place, so it's kind of like the Studio Movie Grill if you've ever been there. I'm really excited to try it. I'm kind of hoping that they'll have better food than the Studio Movie Grill. Not that the Studio Movie Grill has bad food, but I'm just hoping for something amazing. That's what I'm about to do. I'll do another check-in after the movie, and yeah, see you then. Okay guys, it is 10:08 o'clock at night. So this is my foundation. I'm gonna let you guys get really up close and personal. You can see all my pores, everything that's not pretty about my face. I feel like this foundation held up pretty dang well. I'm getting a little bit of shine on my chin. I don't put highlighter on my chin, so that's not my highlighter. So I'm getting a little bit of shine on my chin and my cheeks. I did put highlighter on my nose, but I can even tell like a little bit of shine on my forehead. But that doesn't bother me. I don't really have oily skin. My skin isn't really dry, but it's not really oily either. So this kind of shine is just probably from like a little bit of sweat. I'm sure oils as well, but I don't have like oily skin. So like this kind of shine that's going on doesn't bother me like at all. I think it looks like a healthy, glowy kind of shine, you know what I'm saying? So it definitely was more matte whenever I first applied it, and we're definitely having some separation. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys in so that you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so I am getting a little bit of like the redness around my nose is starting to peek through. You can kind of see it there. It's definitely separated on my nose quite a bit, but quite honestly nothing that my other foundations don't do, you know what I'm saying? Looks pretty good on my forehead. It doesn't feel like it's settled into my lines anymore than it already had whenever I first applied it. It actually looks a lot smoother than a lot of other foundations look whenever I wear them. So I feel like it's creased more on the unprimed side, because I'm even seeing like a little bit of like creasing around here, just a very minimal amount, but I'm not seeing it like at all over here, which that's kind of huge for me. Usually no matter what, I'm getting this creasing right in here because I smile a lot. I'm a happy person, okay? But the fact that I'm not getting any creasing in here, that's pretty amazing to me. Like, I'm pretty dang happy with that. Final thoughts is what I'm thinking is that for the primer, it seems that it's caused it to separate a little bit more on this side throughout the day. But this side has creased more. So it prevents it from creasing, but it did cause a little bit of separation. But not having it, the foundation alone looks like it tends to crease a little bit and separate less. So with that, I feel that you just kind of have to pick your poison, or maybe even try a different primer. I mean, I think the fact that I did a Laura Mercier primer means that it should work pretty well with the Laura Mercier foundation, but I don't know, maybe even just trying a different primer will help with that. So final thoughts, I think that I'll definitely be wearing this foundation again. Whether I'm going to wear it with this primer specifically or not, I don't know. I may try another primer. One thing that I did really like about this primer that other primers I feel haven't done for me is that it really has prevented a lot of creasing that I usually have. Because like I said, the fact that I don't have any creasing in here that I can see, like right in here where you smile, you know, the fact that I don't have any creasing in there is like a miracle to me. So I really like this this primer for smoothing. I'll definitely be wearing this foundation again. It's worn really well. I mean, there are foundations that I come to the end of the day and it looks like half of it has rubbed off, or at least a quarter of it has rubbed off. And this, I feel like, is still pretty well on there. Like, I'm looking at myself in the viewfinder right here, and I'm happy with the way that I look. Like, I'm fine with myself looking like that on camera. You know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe I'll go to editing this and I'll be like, what was I thinking? But as of right now, it looks really good to me. I'm happy with it. I'd be happy with other people seeing me that way. So really nice. I do think that it is long wearing for sure. Primer, I'm going to use again because I really like the smoothing and how it prevented the creasing for me. I know that this is a water-based primer. Not sure if this is a water-based foundation. So if this isn't a water-based foundation, that would probably be why it's separating, because the rule of thumb generally is that you want to use water-based with water-based whenever it comes to foundations and primers. So you want to use water with water, oil with oil, silicone with silicone, you know, blah blah blah. But I would think that they were made to go together. They're the same brand, but you never know. I could be wrong. Okay. That is it. That's my final thoughts. I'm gonna definitely be wearing both of these products again. Tell me if you've tried either of these products or if you've tried them both together like I did. Tell me what you think. Leave your comments below and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.